welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is going to be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the period of August the 9th through to the 15th. Okay, let's get started and see what messages we have for Cancer. And if this reading resonates for you, please leave me a comment below and let me know. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. Okay, let's get started for Cancer and see what messages we have for our Cancer friends for the upcoming week, starting August 9th. Okay, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, looks like you've got authenticity on the brain. You really want to defend yourself. You feel the need to defend yourself. Yeah, there's something hidden from you, it appears, Cancer. We've got that Moon card in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And it looks like you're trying to get something moving. You're trying to create something that you really feel inspired to do, but there is a relationship or a union or a partnership that seems to be standing in your way. Now, this seems really specific, so this isn't going to resonate for everyone. This is a general reading, but it's getting a little specific. It looks here like there is a union standing in your way so that you could fully realize something that you really want to create. You feel very connected to this. You've decided that you have something inspired that you want to share, and you're finding that in order to do this, you may have a situation come up in a relationship with a partner, or it could be a battle between you and yourself. We'll get into it more and clarify, but there's definitely something holding back a very creative vision here, something that involves a relationship, something emotional holding you back. Now, I see here that there is that unknown factor here of the Moon in reverse, and following it we see the World in reverse, which suggests that there is something hidden from you that's holding back the change in a cycle, which could be also represented here by that King of Rods. That's something very, very creative, something that burns bright within you, Cancer. That's something that you really want to see in the physical world. There's something in your mind that you want to see in the physical world. Some relationship is holding you back here. I can see that top of mind for you is that you just want to be authentic. You feel like it's enough with this diplomacy. You don't want to step on eggshells. You don't want to even, you're trying to just be yourself. Even being cautious and tactful seems like it's robbing you of your authenticity. What's driving all of this is that you do sort of sense that there is something amiss around you, that there could be some relationships that are really just, competitive more than supportive, and envious more than admiring. That you're not even, you're sensing that you've gone from being recognized as someone who is creating something to someone who may be seen as competition. So you're starting to need to defend yourself. So when you see these two sevens here, the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands, it really makes me think, Cancer, that you're in a place right now where you're starting to look over your shoulder. You're not sure who around you is trustworthy, and you're starting to call into question some relationships here that may have been viewed one way and now have revealed themselves potentially through intuition in this Moon reversed at the bottom of the deck, really to show you that there could be more to this than you realize. There could be something hidden from you. Of utmost importance for you, though, right now is that you want to defend your vision. You want to stand in your authenticity. And I think you are really ready to speak your truth, but you don't want to sort of get entangled in drama. You want to defend yourself without actually defending yourself. You want to, it's almost like you're going to choose to defend yourself by just separating from these forces that you find wanting to compete with you. I don't think you're actually going to stand up and say your side, because it's almost like that will be, it's almost like if you're easily angered, you're easy to manipulate. That seems to be coming up for me to say, Cancer, is that watch out for that. Like, if you're easily angered, then you're easily manipulated, and you're easily seen as, in this way, you're easily seen as sort of someone who is not confident. And so, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes the most confident people are the quietest. They don't need to scream their point. And I feel sort of drawn to say that to you. So it's interesting because I see the King of Cups here for you as your inner dialogue, which is good. This makes me think that you're able to observe without getting entangled in drama. And so this is great. It's almost like you're looking around to see what the environment is saying to you, but you're not getting involved. You're not letting it pull you in, Cancer, which is really, really good. In the past, I think the past energies related to this situation showed you that you could be generous with some people, but I think you're going to start to have a shift in perspective here, because I think the individuals that you were the most generous with may be the ones that you're starting to question whether or not you can be authentic with them. It may not be that they've done something to sort of interfere, although it does seem that these relationships are blocking you and that you're not fully able to realize something because of these relationships. And it could just be time to cut some cords. There may be some dependencies on people, unhealthy dependencies that have to go. You could be feeling that opposition mentally and in this project, like in the physical world, you're going round and round, sort of pros and cons, and even mentally you're not sure which perspective to adopt and which way to go with what you're picking up on here. But I think you're going to settle on a new perspective. This Ace of Swords is here for your upcoming energies. And I think this really solidifies that you're going to appreciate that sometimes there needs to be conflict or separation in order for a new perspective to be adopted. Not always, but you know, sometimes we need, there could be a conflict that teaches us something about a perspective that needs adjusting. This might not, the current perspective you hold may not be serving you, and you could be discovering that. And as you're discovering that, you're wanting to be authentic and you want to stand up for yourself. You want to, that's what I was trying to say earlier. You want to stand up for yourself without being defensive. That's what I was trying to say. Instead of defending yourself, you want to stand up for yourself, but not in a way that's going to cause you to start to feel defensive. You simply need to just observe what's going on and not react, right? Observe without reacting, observe without evaluating and judging the circumstance. Just see it for what it is and then keep going on your path. I think the people around you are seeing that you have lots of options, but that maybe you're not sure which one to choose. And I think that that's fair. I think that it's actually a fair statement to say that what's going on for you right now is indecision. It's indecision, right? You've got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. All you know right now is that you don't want to be fake, that your days of sort of pretending and going along with things just for the sake of it are over. I feel like that's what's really happening for you, but you don't know what direction to go in just yet with this thing that you want to create that we talked about at the beginning of the reading. But certainly you are in a place of indecision right now. And I think there are some cords that need to be cut. Whenever I see these two together, I think you need to take one of these swords and cut through all this red tape here and just go with it. Go with what feels right to you, Cancer. Go with what feels right to you, you know, and it's a very interesting reading here. I think this dynamic here is a relationship. I think it's a relationship. For some of you, it might be a relationship with yourself. You might be battling emotionally between your former self and your new version of yourself, the self that's sort of emerging now. this new version of you that's coming in through this World card and this Moon card in reverse. There are aspects of this that are hidden from you still. You haven't sort of fully formed yet, if you will, Cancer. You're still developing. But what's developed so far is your inspiration to keep going and to stand up for yourself and your authenticity, and to mentally be clear about where you are in terms of the line of being tactful and being authentic, being totally yourself and being diplomatic. And these seem to be the questions on your mind right now as you're going through your week. Now, I just want to clarify a couple of cards here for you. This Two of Cups. See, you know, it's interesting. Look at that. Sorry. I mean, this should have been obvious, and I think it is a little bit, but I didn't hold them up for you. You've got 3 twos here, my friend, my Cancer friend. You've got the Two of Cups, which inadvertently represents you. So this could actually be just a relationship between you and you. This could be you facing yourself, because this card represents you, Cancer. So it's interesting. And then you've got the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. I really think this is about you versus you. You versus you. And you could be projecting things onto the external world, thinking that there's competition and envy, when really it's just you're developing, you're establishing yourself in this new chapter. Let's clarify that. That is really interesting. Isn't this just Cancer and Cancer battling the self here? Is that what's going on? 9 of Cups. You are looking for emotional fulfillment. We see the 6 of Wands. I was going to say again, but we didn't have the 6. We have the 7. Here's the 6 of Wands, where these are the 3 cards. I'll stop talking until I can show you what I'm talking about here. So we've got the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles, which really says to me that your ultimate wish is to feel recognized by the public for your hard work. Okay? That's what you would like. Your wish is to have public acknowledgement. So Cancer, whatever you're feeling really inspired to do, I think it's going to involve service to others. I think your desire here is to do something that the rest of the world can benefit from. And that could be why you are searching for this authenticity. You need to make a decision on what direction to go on, but it's like you're blocking yourself. This is you. This is you staring into your own eyes, Cancer, or into the eyes of someone else who's a Cancer. But, you know, it looks to me like you're trying to figure out how to be authentic as you provide something to others, and you're trying to attract this notoriety, this acknowledgement, this recognition and promotion from the external world. But it's interesting because I feel like you're not even really trustful of the external world, and yet this is where you find yourself. These could be the opposing forces that we see in the Two of Pentacles here, is that you want the public recognition, but you don't really trust the public. Do you know what I mean? Like, that could be what's going on here. And hanging in the balance is sort of this ultimate wish that you have to do something that you build yourself in that Three of Pentacles to the initial phase of completion. And you want that public recognition, but that's so interesting. It's like you want the public recognition, but you're sort of feeling like it's not authentic to want it. This is totally between you and you, Cancer. You are having a go at yourself here. You are having a go at yourself because you want to be authentic, but yet you're looking for external validation. You're looking for external validation, but your desire is to be authentic. But it's like there's the 6 of Cups and there's the 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this could be, this makes me think that you're looking into the past here and making some judgments or evaluations about yourself, or a relationship. For some of you, this could be a relationship, but it really feels to me like the 6 of Cups is here to say that there may need to be some reflection and healing in order to rebuild. And so you need to sort of find this calm space where instead of looking into the past to find, self-limiting beliefs or judgments or saying I woulda, shoulda, coulda sort of thing, like sort of being judgmental, self-judging when you look at the past. It's almost like you need to visit the past to understand this dynamic more. There may be something that you could learn from. We've got 2 6 of Cups here, so that's double confirmation that it's time to sort of reflect and heal on something, but in a fair way, in a fair way, because that will help you understand this block, that it's like a creative block. Cancer is having a creative block because of a struggle between authenticity and external validation. Wow, that's really interesting. I'll be interested to see who this resonates for, and if you can shed some light on what's happening here for you. Because, these general readings, it's hard to get the whole picture, but it definitely seems like Cancer is at a battle here with themselves to be authentic and free themselves maybe from needing that external validation. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Let's get an oracle card for Cancer to close out their reading, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer is in the middle of figuring this out. No cards for Cancer? Oh, there we go. Wisdom. Wisdom really fits here. There is something that you need to uncover from reflection in the past to gain some wisdom about something. And I'm thinking you also need to tap into your intuition because of this moon in reverse here. But you know what? It's an emotional visit to the past for you, Cancer. It's an emotional visit to the past. And don't stay there. Don't get caught up. Just go grab the wisdom and come on back to the present, and let's get working on whatever creative project is here that you want to work on. I think what's going on here is that when you were authentic last, you suffered for it. Okay, in the past you've tried to do this. You've tried to be authentic, and you were slammed, and it hit you emotionally. Okay, and now that you're sort of at the bat again, you're going up to the bat again to try one more time here. It seems like Spirit's pointing you back to the past to say, hey, take the wisdom from the past going forward, because you're going to come up against this battle between authenticity and external validation. It's going to come up again. So I think you've been here before, Cancer. I think you've been here before, and you need to go back to the past to understand the wisdom that, you can gain from your past experience with this battle royale, Cancer versus Cancer. The battle for authenticity versus the need for external validation. And the desire to just observe without getting involved, and to cut the cords that keep you going round and round. Very interesting reading. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we will see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.